Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we have a old school classic from Capcom, which is Strider. Now, I have fond memories of this game as a kid, being so fudging hard, but also just really enjoying it and remembering it being a really good game. So with that being said, I think we jump into it and see if it's just nostalgia in our head or if it really was as good as we remember it. I mean, controls are great. I thought you were able to slide, but I guess not. That might have been later. I think you slide down stuff, but you can't just force slide. Ah. Yeah, let's not do that. The never-ending stream of the same dudes is always a little annoying sometimes. But I mean, what else is there in any of these games, right? Ah. Well, that sucked a whole lot. We acquired a file. Good. Alright, so that's a little doofy that you can't, oh, and just, I forgot it's a one and done game too. That's unfortunate. I think that's what made it so tough, is like, it was definitely just a one and done, and you really had to get good. And as a kid, I never did get... I think I got like 1 or 2 stages in, but never really got that far in the game. I think it was difficult, and I wasn't overly good at it, so I kind of just did the whole, frustration quit. I guess nowadays it's a rage quit. Could kind of do without all the light. I mean, I get it. It's great ambience and everything. Oh, that sucked. But the lighting's just kind of annoying more so than anything. That's kind of... I don't know why we didn't hit it. Oh, come on. Oh, of course, the worst possible spot to fall down on is the one part where we're going to take all the damage. Yeah, see, this is the frustrating part of this game, is that right there. And we can't seem to bypass this, which is also kind of annoying. I mean, the game is still classic. The game is still good. I mean, it's hard and it's difficult, But they didn't make it the cheesy hard and difficult. Like, this is very doable, you know, very get the hang of it, learn where you need to fall, do the stuff, get over it, and it's not as bad as like the really cheesy stuff is. So like I don't mind the difficulty on this and what they're doing. That's a little frustrating, to be completely honest. We did it the first time, and now we can't seem to jump over that guy. Why am I having such a of hitting? We're hitting like there's almost like we're hitting an invisible fucking wall right there where we jump, and it just kind of stops us. Alright, so we got there, but we have one hit point left. That's very sad and disappointing. Did we not get the... Do we already have it and we're just continuing? Ooh, is that health? Yay, we got some health. They're actually dropping health all of a sudden for us. Like, I don't know why we're not jumping. There we go. That's kind of that's really annoying. The jumping when you're on these... On the Oh, come on. We leveled up. Are we not going back? I guess not. I guess there's nothing here, huh? Yeah, we can get experience. Yeah, come on. Keep falling. I actually really did forget that you get levels in this game. There we go. That is. Where are we supposed to be going then? Because this is back the other way. I know you could slide. It's just a little more difficult than it needs to be. Like, seems a little buggy, to be honest. We fell down and died. So kind of fall damage, I guess? I'm... Aww. This is stupid, and then you're stuck. That's just dumb. Like, I guess it is the way you remember this game. It's a lot more nostalgia. It's still, I mean, I still like the game and all, but I don't even know why we're going to Australia. We're supposed to be going to Egypt, but I wanted to check out Australia. Figured we check out all the levels. But yeah, that jump is a little not getting there. That's just... Apparently I gotta get good and the jump is just off, or maybe we can't do that. We gotta get something to get here. We're gonna bypass that for now. We'll just go to Egypt. I do remember this train. I mean, all in all, the game is so pretty basic. I mean, when you look at it through more mature eyes, like, it's not as crazy as it used to be when you're a kid. I like how it's going through our head, but doesn't hit us. It's the one time that the cheese doesn't... Wow, damn, that hurt. We are dead. Oh, ran right into the dude. But yeah, like, the more you play this game, the more you realize how kind of basic it is. Like, it's good, but it's basic. Oh, no, we're not going back there. We're done with that. I mean, it's a very basic, the backgrounds, like, the level design is pretty decent, all things considering. But, like, when you consider the gameplay itself here, like, da-da-da-da. I mean, the level, the enemies and what it entails is pretty meh. Same thing here. It's like, you know, you got the same guy over here coming down constantly. No real, like... We get shot in the face a couple times. Alright, so we gotta be careful. Good lord. We can jump, can't we, on this? Except when we want to jump. It's funny that when we don't need to jump, we jump like crazy. And of course, like going down, now our sword goes right over their head. We'll give it another go or two. The more we play, the more it really does feel like more nostalgia than actually true, like, oh, that was bad. That was bad and good. Like, I know this is only part of the level and all, but, I mean, is that not just kind of really basic and boring or what? And it's one of those games where if you actually kind of pay enough attention, you can almost do one of the blindfold runs in a lot of this stuff. Like, I mean, if you wanted to, you could just kind of run through the game just non-stop spamming your... Ah, come on, really? Hit the fucking guy, seriously. Okay, that shit right there is annoying. Like, absolutely annoying. We jump over him and he just sits there and gets underneath us, and then we can't hit him. And then we die. Like, that is some bullshit right there. I'm not gonna lie, that is some serious bullshit right there. Not impressed, not happy about that kind of... See, now we go through the other stuff that is... you know, acceptable difficulty, and then they do that shit which is unacceptable difficulty. Like, no reason for that whatsoever. Like, it's just a boring, you go down the hill, but you can't hit anybody because you're down and they're... And one of these where you're gonna get hit kind of thing. I mean, yeah, I think we could probably maneuver ourselves in a spot where we don't. It's funny that one time we jumped like so far, and then the rest of the time we don't jump very far. There we go. All right, we got there. I think they used the like rampant kind of stuff at more of a crust, it feels like. The levels do hold themselves to being apparently we gotta get a little closer. We just went through the brick there. Interesting. I mean, there is some exploring. It's not just a complete linear one way. Ah, come on! Ah. That was close. I thought we were going to get dead for that one. Yeah, more... I think they use it too much to make it more difficult than it needs to be. That, I mean, it becomes way rampant in a lot of this game, and it's a little frustrating because stuff like that where you got a gunman that will hit you, but you can't hit them, but you can't, like... It's just the whole, like... I don't know, the cheese of the incline and the decline is just a little crutchy, for lack of a better word off the top of my head. It's like, it feels like a crutch to make it more difficult. Another one of the things where, you know, they get lax, they get boring, they get unimaginative, and then they just, like, let's just fill this game full of a lot of these, you know, up and down, and, you know, the terrain. I like the fact that it does, you know, affect things, and if they used it sparingly and in the right spots, I think it really does work well for a game. But when you just, I get it, we're in Egypt, yes, there's pyramids. That does not mean that every single thing has to have this. I guess we don't actually get experience as far as you just get something. I mean, music is good, graphics look good. I do notice some issues with the jumping, as you probably have seen a few times. We got like the invisible wall things going on. Got hit there, that's not good. Alright, are we gonna drown here? No, okay. So they're walking on water and we could just avoid them. That works. Oh, we did drown. Alright, fair enough. Or we hit something we didn't notice. I didn't see if our health was dragging or not. One more time. One more, and then we'll give it a... Then we'll... So, albeit the game is still decent, it's still a good game. There's really not any serious, like, huge issues with it. But there's some of the blaring kind of, the rampant issues that were plaguing most of Nintendo games. And to another extent, Super. Like, they did change things a bit better later on Super NES, but like, due to the limitations, they really did try to find the ways to make the game more difficult. But instead of being creative, instead of doing stuff that, you know, to make it fun and challenging, they just made it annoying and challenging, or absolutely stupid and challenging. Which I get, like, nowadays and everything else, but for the most part, 80% of all the people playing the games were, you know, kids. And they did not want, you know, this overly complicated and frustratingly difficult games. You know, they wanted fun. And that is something that they did not get. Ah, come on. No health. Son of a bitch. So that, the whole, like, making it difficult for no reason other than to keep the game beatable real fast was just kind of lost on everything because of that. You know, when most of the demographic for all gameplay was people that couldn't even handle the fact that it was, you know, cheesy difficult and still would have played the extent of the game. Anyways, we're full. So it's funny, now that we're full, every single thing has dropped health, but when we were like one shot away, nothing was. Like, this is... Again, what are we missing here that we're underwater? We gotta kill the guys, but not all of them are dropping health. The one that dropped the big health, we didn't need it at the time. But when we needed it, it was a little one. Then we killed the other one, and we had none. I don't know. The game is decent. Controls are pretty good. A couple issues with the jumping. The sliding isn't really that bad, but in certain situations, it's a little slower than you'd like it to be. Story-wise, you know, nothing really special yet. I mean, it's a basic, gotta go rescue somebody, but I believe there more and more progresses. A lot of pretty decent things, like the finding files, being able to switch worlds as you choose to go certain places. A lot of decent ideas and a lot of well-implemented things, but a lot of crutches and a lot of cheese. I guess it's not a huge amount of cheese, but there's enough. And then just things to make it difficult without being difficult. The heavily reliant on the incline and decline, while not bad, could be implemented better in shorter doses, and adding it to, you know, the more ambience and the more, you know, a couple of challenging aspects, and make it to where it works. If you just stick them constantly through every single level, it kind of loses stuff, and it just becomes a little bit of a frustrating, like, oh, whatever, like, what else are you gonna do? Because that seems to be the only thing. But all in all, I feel like it still had more of a nostalgic memory in my head than it actually turned out to be as we played it. I think the more we played it now, we could see some of the glaring more issues. It's still a difficult game, still pretty fun, but you can tell that if you played this earlier, that it is more nostalgic than you give it credit for coming back and playing it. So that being said, guys, thanks so much for joining me. Until next time, have a great day.